Right. I think this can last for a while. Those are great companies. This is not like it was, 20 years ago with that tech bubble. Amazon, Microsoft, Apple are great companies, solid financials. The thing becomes is that if you're looking forward and trying to find value over the long term, do you begin to look at some of those, part of that 70% group from a forward going basis? But I think these tech companies are good companies and they're going to continue to run for a while. But at some point, some of those others that are falling behind that 70%, they'll begin to pick up as well.
What is your biggest fear or biggest risk for the equity market right now, Lee?
Candidly, my biggest fear or risk for the equity markets right now is a contested election come November, or a Supreme Court type of an outcome if it's heavily contested. That is really my biggest fear, or a nightmare, if you will.
And what do you think that would do to the equity market?
I think it will exacerbate the unrest and nervousness. I mean, when we take a look at gold and what it's done this year, 36%, there's been a lot going around the world, not just here in the United States. And so a lot of what I see happening with gold is based on the fear trade. When things are unsettled, when there's concern about what's going on in the world, people flock to things like gold. And having a less than normal potential exchange of power in the seat of democracy around the world, I think that would only exacerbate the situation.
So you're willing to continue to own stocks, but you want to add to some gold positions as kind of a hedge.
A bit of a hedge. That's right. I'm somebody that's got great confidence in America and our ability to get through things. But if we're talking about the near term and simply, hey, what is it that might worry me somewhere over the next 3 to 4 months, that's it. We've seen hurricanes come and go, and they're devastating. And I don't mean to belittle that. When I got up this morning, went through my Facebook timeline, and our niece Taylor made it back from Nicholls State there in Thibodeau. So that's real for people all across the country and trying to get away from these things. And we've seen what happens when refineries get shut down and that sort of impact. But it's one of those things where we've got some resiliency, but in the near term, these things can have some shocks to the system.
Yeah.